Growing up, both my parents were really adamant about cooking homemade meals, and I feel grateful that baluklak was in my regular dinner rotation. For this beef marinade, it's 4 tablespoons of neutral oil, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of white sugar, and 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Afterwards, you mix it super well to ensure that every piece of beef is coated. After you're done mixing, just stick it in the fridge while you take care of all the other components. When it comes to washing rice, something that's really come in handy over the last few years is soaking my rice for 30 minutes prior to washing. That's been so helpful in getting all that starch out, and it takes fewer cycles of washing for the water to run clear. Before you prep your veggies, start cooking your rice. Mine usually takes about 30 to 40 minutes, so that's how I plan the order of my cooking steps and preparation. Once that's going in the rice cooker, I start working through all my veggie components for this dish. I slice a single white onion into quarter-ish pieces and do the same with the bell peppers and jalapeno. A tip I'd like to offer to make daily cooking easier is having 2 bowls at your station when you're prepping, one for trash and one for your finished components. It mitigates the time you take walking back and forth to the trash can. And these are the finished veggies. Once my veggies are prepped, I start cooling my rice by laying it flat on a tray so that it doesn't get squished or mushy when I cook the tomato rice. While that's cooling down, I heat a pan with 1 tablespoon of neutral oil and add 1 teaspoon of minced shallot and 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. I wait until they're aromatic, and then I add my 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. To get rid of that canned tomato paste taste, I cook it down for a couple minutes and then add fish sauce to deglaze. I then use some elbow grease to mix up the rice really well. When pretty much every single grain of rice is coated, I set that aside and start cooking my beef. After I take the beef out from the fridge, I add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch and mix it up well. To a wok, I add 1 tablespoon of a neutral oil and then begin cooking the beef in batches. Once all pieces have browned, I add in another tablespoon of neutral cooking oil and toss in my veggies. I continue adding fish sauce to deglaze, and once the veggies have softened, I add my beef back in. And that's pretty much done. Now, before I start plating wet components like tomato, what I like to do is slice them and then pat them dry on a paper towel so that their moisture doesn't water down the food. I have a whole 3-minute segment on my plating process, so if you're curious, then feel free to head to YouTube to watch my long-form video. This was the finished product, and this is what my wife thought of it.
Wow.
Okay, that's enough. Do you like it or no? Just please.
Oh, yes, it's
Okay.
so good.
Okay, excellent. We're cutting it. Say bye.
Bye. Awkward.